Welcome to the University of Toledo Recreation Center for another match week in the National Futsal Premier League in the Midwest Division. Futsal Factory completing their Youth Academy tour as they are hosting Capital Futsal for the final time this season. What could be the final time unless Capital were to make it to the semifinals district. Futsal Factory comes into this one 6-0, undefeated so far, scoring 92 goals, only allowing 13. The record for goals allowed in a season, for least goals allowed in a season, I should say, is 25. Futsal Factory last season in 2025. Capital Futsal, 2 wins, 3 losses coming into this one. Those 2 wins coming against Midwest FC. Against the rest of the division, though, they have yet to strike. We'll see if they can do so tonight. Head coach Drew Ducker in his 7th season in the National Futsal Premier League, just past the 500 mark. 23 wins, 21 losses, and 1 draw on his resume. Charles Halt, first season with Capital Futsal. Of course, that 2-3 record for him. Let's talk about the keys to the game coming into this one for Futsal Factory. Head coach Ducks talked to us about staying disciplined first and foremost. They gave up 3 goals the last time that these teams played against each other, and they said that was too many. They gave up 4 to Midwest FC. I believe that is their season high. So staying disciplined and backing up on defense at all times is going to be the key to the game for them. And for Capital, it's kind of the similar keys to the matchup for them. They said they want to defend like hell. Head coach Charles Halt said this, and he wants to just have his guys not overcommit on offense like they did the last time these 2 teams played. And he also wants his players to take ownership. He said it can't be, 3 or 4 guys on the court. It has to be a full team. We all have to take accountability and be working together at all times. Before these teams line up and get ready to play, let's go through the starting lineups. We'll start with Futsal Factory. Robert Franzese Damron, one of the best keepers, if not the best keeper in the National Futsal Premier League, will be between the pipes for the entirety of this match. He's the only goalkeeper rostered for Futsal Factory. 5 wins and 2 assists for him. He was on the January King of the Court list. In the pivot spot will be Andrew Schwartz, who's the player of the week a couple weeks ago. Our allies will be Graham Unsworth as well as Renan Paiva. Paiva residing from Brazil, went to Medina University. And Guy Ramos, who was on the 2025 All-NFPL second team, scored 3 goals, 2 assists. Last time Futsal Factory was in action, he will be in the pivot spot. In the pivot spot for Capital Futsal is going to be Jarrett Gill. 1 goal, 1 assist for him. Our allies will be David Riley as well as Ethan Ryder, the latter of those scoring 2 goals. Miles Telemak, who's making his NFPL debut from Okemos, Michigan, is going to be in the fixo spot. And in between the goal pipes for Capital Futsal is going to be Naya 2 games played on his resume. About 30 seconds here before these teams line up and get ready to square off. We'll join you then. Worth noting for Futsal Factory Academy, they are without their top 2 goal scorers, Ben Pritchard and Thomas Dono. But it's worth noting that they were also without those 2 in the last matchup against Midwest FC. They won 17-4, so I'll let you decide what that means. We'll let these teams continue to warm up, and we will join you on the other side for the opening kickoff here from Toledo. So it looked like we were all set to play, and then we realized, wait, there's no referees on the court. So we'll take a second, wait for our beautiful boys in blue, yellow. What color do you think they're going to wear? Let us know in the comments. Officials have made their way onto the court. They're wearing green, so I would have lost money if I bet money on which color they were going to wear. Before we get this match started, we can talk about a little bit about the background of this match. I mentioned at the top of the hour that this referee, sorry, not the referee crew, this Futsal Factory team has been rotating home sites. They've been doing a lot of youth academy events in all different parts of Michigan and now in Ohio in the Toledo region. And I asked Dux about that, how it's like not having a typical home site, but just kind of rotating venues. He said, I like adding to the youth events and creating a bigger atmosphere rather than just a tournament. It adds value. We can still have that home atmosphere playing on different courts. And he's a big fan of having the academy kids stick around after their tournament games are done for the day of Saturday and just having them watch the men's team play. Feel a little bit inspired watching their men's team, hoping they can play for that team one day. For Capital Futsal, obviously a 2-3 record. Both of those 2 wins, as I mentioned, are above Midwest FC, who has yet to win a game this season. And I asked, Coach Hall about that, and he said it's definitely been a strong learning curve for the team this year. There's only 4 guys on this roster who have played futsal prior to this season. The rest haven't. They're trying to convert a lot of outdoor soccer players to the futsal game. A lot of those players are largely using this as a way to just stay in shape and keep themselves conditioned for the outdoor season in the spring and in the summer. Those 4 guys who played futsal: Eric Carey, Charles Hall, the head coach, as I had mentioned, Cody Bogart, who's making his NFPL debut tonight after being out the past few months with a knee injury, and Naya too. Those are the futsal pieces, and everyone's kind of rallying around them. Coach Hall also mentioned how there's been a lot to learn on the operational side of things. This is his first futsal team that he's been a head coach of, at least a men's team. As far as I know, he had been involved with Flint City Futsal some time ago. No longer in operation. After shaking some hands, looking at some game balls, everybody seems locked and loaded, ready to go. David Riley leads his team in assists with 6, but no goals. I asked about that. He said, well, if Riley misses an open net, he might get cut from the team. I said, okay, Coach, we'll see if he holds true to that. David Riley's still in search for that first team goal. And if Capital Futsal could get started, at least trying to hold off this Futsal Factory team from scoring in the first couple minutes, it would be a huge success for them. Quick change. Schwartz is not in the starting lineup. Cole Russell is. So just a quick adjustment for Futsal Factory prior to game time. Capital will start with the ball. Hopefully all set. Hate to delay game time any longer. University of Toledo, 7:30 local time here in Ohio. 2 Michigan-based teams. And we are underway. Telemark will start with the ball. Out, this is Riley. Capital just trying to get some rotations in the early match. Riley Gets it past, and Key Ramos will deflect it up into the air. It's called out of bounds, and Capital will get it back. Telemark to put it in. Russell on defense. Ball poked away out of the reach of Ethan Ryder. Flipped kick up into the air, and miscommunication. Robert Franzese Damron had to jump on it. Bowling ball roll to Graham Unsworth. Guy Ramos had 5 points the last time they were in action. His first game of the season, has not lost a step. Currently living out in Colorado, coming out for these matches. Ball deflected away. Damron sends it to the other side of the court, out of bounds. No Matthew Pletcher for Franzese Damron today. It will be, like I said, for the captain going the whole way. Hernan Paiva out to Russell. Paiva will get it back. Defense staying back. Shot too high. Two will chase after it. Other goalkeeper suited up for Capital Futsal is Coleman Brando. Jared Jill lets it roll. Ryder gets it stolen away. Russell in the front court. Ramos and Telemark fighting for it. Lots of physical play here. You love to see it. Midwest Division in full effect. Some gritty futsal play. Back to Riley. Telemark almost got it stolen. Press defense from Futsal Factory. Guy Ramos almost made him pay for it. Minimal mistakes is also key to the game, I imagine. It's one that was not mentioned, and foul called on the floor. Kick down the court. This is Ramos. Here's Paiva. Ramos. Ball poked away. Good defense so far from Capital. 2 minutes into this one. Unsworth. Miscommunication with Paiva. Jarrett Jill will chase after it. Substitutions coming in, including Captain Charles Hall. Captain, coach, owner, whatever title you want to give him. Larry Garcia sends that out. That's Lincoln Martinez. Scored 2 goals against Futsal Factory the last time these two teams played. And it looks like Larry Garcia was not aware of where the lines were. Just dribbles it right out of bounds. Folks at home, you're looking for the yellow lines across the court. I'm recognizing that there's thick yellow lines as well. You're looking for the thin ones. A lot of blue tape up as well. Those are for the youth matches that are taking place this weekend. Guy Ramos in the front court. Wanted to take a shot. We'll go back. Now it's Russell. Now to Ramos. Good defense from Capital, staying in their own backcourt. Ramos will dribble back to Paiva. Good defense from Capital. Ball stolen. Paiva with the deflection. And in the final third is Capital Futsal. Less than 3 minutes in. Impatience on that kick. And Franzese Damron will chase after it. Yunej Ramajiku, as well as Philip Loy, will check in. 2 of the youngsters. And David Magalais. Loy goes back to Ramajiku. Magalhães. Defense by Martinez. Great defense, I should say, making Magalhães think. Now they're jostling back and forth. Magalhães gets past them, wants the shot. Oh, not able to corral it. Two chase after it. Two rolls it. This is Garcia. Press defense. Ramajiku steals it away. David Magalhães. Oh, good deflection. Two kicking it out. No save yet. No saves yet on either side. Been good half-court defense on both teams so far. Philip Lloyd with the shot over the head and into the out-of-bounds area. A lot of the focus for Futsal Factory is going to be pushing some of these guys who do not get that much playing time, as Coach Dux is already prepping for the playoffs. He knows his 8 in the front court. David Magalhães loses that handle. Ball deflected. The shot taken by Magalhães. Looks like he just wanted the deflection. They will take a corner. So Coach Dux is aware of the 8 guys that he's going to revolve around for playoff time, but the remaining 11 have 6 spots to fight for. So the rest of these games are just going to be about Dux trying to decide who gets in those final 6 spots for the 14-man roster during the semifinals and then championship weekend if they were to make it. Francis Damron kicks it to Ramajiku. Middle of the court, defense by Garcia. Pokes it away. Aiden Bagley on the reception. This is Hall. Ball almost stolen away, and Hall will kick it out to fight another day. Second corner in as many minutes for Futsal Factory. Nil to nil. Less than 5 minutes in. Shot hits the side of the net, but on the wrong side, if that makes sense. Two rolls to Telemak, who's checked back in. Down the way, Garcia had an opening. Ramajiku said no. Here we go. Half-court offense. Sammy Omar wanted a chance at it. Good defense from Futsal Factory. Andrew Schwartz is checked in. Francis Damron out wide. Ramajiku goes back to Lloyd. Ramajiku. Magalhães. Oh, great footwork and amazing save from Nayatu. First save of the day for him. Dropping low, making sure that the knees hit. Screen. Magalhães. Another one. Ball deflected out on the other side of the court. Francis Damron sends it down the way. Telemak deflects it out, but that might have been what Futsal Factory wanted. Magalhães to send it in. Schwartz wanted that ball, gets deflected out. Great defense from the boys in pink. Pass just a little too far wide for Eric Carey. Would have had a one-on-one chance with the keeper if he were able to corral it. You think about the final scores of these two matches. The last time these two teams played, it was 11-0 and 19-3. So to see 0-0 in the first 5 minutes is an achievement in itself for Capital Futsal. Just trying to grow and learn and get better with each of these games. Gain some more confidence, not lose themselves. Ball stolen away. Not quite. Magalhães fighting for it. Sammy Omar wanted it. Call on the floor as Francis Damron sent it out. Guy Ramos checks back in. Omar will send it in. Getting very close to that Futsal Factory bench behind him. Shot directly into the chest of Francis Damron. First save for him. Only 2 shots on target for both sides, or combined, I should say. That ball stolen. Omar, out wide, that's Bogart. Getting his first game minutes today. Maglais with the shot, deflected away. Telemark getting underneath his feet. Sammy Omar steals that. He's got Bogart to his left. Shot, save. Oh no! Not quite! Cody Bogart scoring his first goal of the season. Woo-hoo! Capital Futsal is up against Futsal Factory Academy. One nothing. Futsal Factory not happy about it. Score has not been changed in the venue. Make sure that gets corrected. But what a fantastic start for Capital Futsal. Playing strong defense. Trying to give Futsal Factory their first loss of the season. Ramos wanted a deflection. Instead, it's Telemark going the other way. Shot deflected out by Cole Russell. Telemark will receive that pass. This time pass to Jared Jill. Because Francis Damron took too long to get the ball, it's going to be a corner in favor of Capital Futsal. Trying to add insult to injury. And a shot, oh, another goal! Oh! Beautifully timed! And that's David Riley scoring his first one this season. Less than a minute apart, it's 2-0. And who could have imagined this? Some added pieces for Capital Futsal, and they may have been just what this team needed. Unsworth had a lot of time to think about it, took the shot, it was deflected out. Corner for the boys in pink, and it's a game. You see those past 2 score lines, and you wonder, what does Capital Futsal have to do better? Shot deflected by Telemark. To me, the answer was obvious. It just seemed like Capital was just overcommitting on offense, which left them vulnerable on the back end. Speaking of overcommitting, here's Francis Damron taking a shot. He'll send it all the way to the other side of Manhattan. He'll jog back between his pipes, leaving 2 to chase after that ball. Coach Halt checks in. A lot of communication between Capital and their team. Cole Russell bullying Charles Halt, forcing the turnover. Russell will kick it in their final third. Abdisa Cabito is checked in now. Russell, shot directly into the face of Nayatu. Great toughness and discipline from him to stay in front of the ball. I don't know if it quite hit him in the face, but it's in that upper chest, shoulder area. We'll give him that. Second save of the day. Nayatsu, Jarrett Jill, deflects back, and a foul is called on Guy Ramos. A little too physical there. The away side up 2-0. Larry Garcia, guarded by Cabito. Good footwork and great save from Francis Damron, still in bounds before it was dribbled out. 2 saves on both sides. Pass down the way. Renan Paiva, not able to corral that, but here's Lloyd to the rescue. Russell, out to Schwartz. Passed it into the chest of Aiden Bagley. Tall frame. Garcia wanted a shot deflected out by Paiva. The wisdom of that shot is something I'm questioning. They're looking for something cheeky. Charles Holt just throws it up into the air out of the zone of play. Paiva down the way. Here's Russell. Shot straight into the upper chest area of 2. He got the hands up though. Another save for Naya 2. Call that Naya 3. That's as many saves as he has. Make that 4. And if you're Capital Futsal, if you're the coach of Capital, you got to tell them, hey, we cannot relax now. We're up 2-0. But Futsal Factory averages 15 goals a game. They are more than capable of getting back into this one. Can't settle for being up even at the half. Paiva sends that shot too high. That same discipline, that same defense that they're looking for. Is what they've been getting in this first half. And Capital Futsal needs to keep it up. 2 missed the throw. Francis Damron sends it to Philip Loic. Down the way. Paiva. Loic once again. He's trying to fake out Garcia. And instead forces the corner. Loic wants Paiva. He'll fake it. Go to Russell. Middle of the court. Shot. Great save from Naya 2. 5 saves for him. Excellent work. Remember, this was a rescheduled match. These teams were supposed to play each other next week. Shot. Back heel kick. No good for Philip Loic. It's another save for Naya 2. But this was supposed to be a Futsal Factory at Toledo going up against West FC. Both more news to share on them at halftime. But because of the rescheduling, Capital Futsal agreed to play this game late into the week. I believe Wednesday was the day they made it official. That shot deflected. Magalhaes gets another shot deflected. Bagley trying to get out of the zone of play. Schwartz. Ball bounces around in all types of directions before Lincoln Martinez recovers. Francis Damron heads it away. Capital will get it in the final third. But yes, Capital agreed to take this match on with much less notice than what they were expecting. So you got to give them credit for them to take the match on short notice and to play the way that they have. Garcia looked like he dribbled it out. Freff didn't see anything. Here's Magalhaes though, trying to get past Martinez. Fakes a shot. Will go out to Philip Loic, who scores. Much to the delight of the home crowd, they had to wait 9 minutes to see that one happen. And Futsal Factory scores for the first time today. For Phil Poit, that is his 5th goal this season. Has 4 assists to go along with it. And foul called against Capital. And a timeout will be taken by head coach Drew Ducker, not suiting up for the team today. Just going to pull his team aside and say, hey, listen, this is what we need to get to do better. I'm going to take a drink of water, and we'll be right back. Final third for Renan Paiva, who sends that shot into the cyclists upstairs. And Capital will get the ball back up 2-1. Big thank you to the fans commenting on tonight's action. If you are not subscribed to the National Futsal Premier League, feel free to hit that subscribe button, completely free. Get a lot of great futsal action week in and week out. Some great matches in the California division tomorrow. Bay Footy going up against HBK, the top 2 teams in that division, trying to earn the chance to host the finals. And a kick-in violation on both sides will get us back to where we originally were. Capital Futsal 3rd in the division right now. Inter Detroit at in the number 2 spot. Here's Paiva, wanted a shot. Oh my gosh, great save. Double save from Naya 2. Telemak gets the ball poked away. And this has been a fun game to watch so far. Some of the stars out for Futsal Factory, making this game a little more even. Thomas Dono, Ben Pritchard, as well as Lucas Yesayan, not in attendance. Here's Paiva. Now to Unsworth. Defense by Telemak. Eric Carey now defending David Magalhaes. Shot deflected, kept in bounds by Andrew Schwartz before it goes off the tummy of Cody Bogart. The Byron Center native went to Trine University, playing in his first NFPL match tonight. And spin move from Andrew Schwartz. Not able to catch up to that ball, though. Carey will send it in. Telmark back to Bogart. Press defense. Almost worked out for Graham Unsworth. The reason I brought up the comments earlier is because I know these yellow lines are hard to see, so we'll try to make sure to let you know when the ball is traveling in and out of bounds, where the zones are, each third. Ball stolen by Unsworth. 2-on-2. Great defense, Sammy Omar. Diving, sliding, doing whatever he can to contort his body and get that ball out of bounds. Ramajiku just put it back into play. Unsworth will go back to the youngster. In the middle, here's Ramos. Trying to get it past Telemak. Defense a little tighter than that. And another foul called on Futsal Factory. 3rd foul for them. Got to be careful the rest of the way. Down 2-1 also. don't want this to get any worse if you're the home side. Eric Carey dribbling cross court. Sammy Omar wants the bicycle kick. You gotta admire the effort. That's the youthful energy that this Capital team has. Love to see it. Ramajiku. Francis Damron rolled it in early, trying to take advantage of the substitutions by the away team. Pass too far out from Magalhães. Martinez. Ryder will go back to Telemac. Excuse me, that was David O'Reilly. Shot from David Magalhães, and he has not been able to get the right touch on the ball all evening. Saw him kind of look up towards the sky like, why? A little upset with himself, you could say. Naya 2. Pass a little too heavy, you could say. Ethan Ryder sending that out, giving Futsal Factory another chance in that final third. Remember, top 3 players for Futsal Factory out for tonight's contest. Thomas Dono, Ben Pritchard, as well as Lucas Yessian. Good deflection from Telemac. Allowed Naya 2 to pick it up. Shot saved, and deflection out of bounds from Francis Damron. 5 chances towards the net for Capital. They put 2 of them away. Impressive numbers for a team that averages just above 3.5 goals a game. David Riley. It's back to 2. Kick down the way. Looking for a header. Oh, great save. Francis Damron. And beautifully telegraphed pass from 2 to Ryder. Riley corner. Shot from Holt. Just wide. 8 minutes left to go. University of Toledo Recreation Center. The last stop on the Youth Academy Tour for Futsal Factory. They've played in many locations this season, including Grand Rapids, Pontiac, Dearborn, as well as others. I think Dearborn was an Inter-Detroit home game, technically. Ball deflected out by Ryder. Unsworth wants to go quick. He'll go to Ramajiku in the highlighter cleats. Unsworth down the way. Ramajiku pass too heavy. Went over the head of everybody. And the lights have turned off. I guess it's time to go to bed. And everyone is standing around in confusion. We're kind of trying to figure out what has happened here in the arena. I mean, surely we have the rental for another couple hours, right? They know we're playing a game here, don't they? Looks like referee's cracking some jokes to the away side. And looks like we're starting to get things lit up on the home goalie side of the court. And we're back in play, thankfully. All right, Charles Hall will get us back started after the nap time session, you might call it. And we're turning lights off again. Unsworth and Holt will play with the ball a little bit towards upper left side of your screen. All right, the lights are back on now. Let's keep it that way, please. Holt down the way, straight into the hands of Damron. He'll roll it to Russell. Let's touch on the pass. We'll give the ball back to Capital. Here's Jill. Kicks it to Ramos. It's a turnover. We'll go back to Russell. Francie Stamron will survey before giving it to Unsworth. Down the way, one-on-one chance. Ramos, not enough heat on that shot. Unsworth giving Ethan Ryder a bump, making sure he can't receive that pass lightly. Regardless, David Riley will send it in for Capital. Ball stolen. Here's Russell. And Russell will get tripped up. I think he was holding that right ankle there for a moment. Looks like he's going to be, hopefully he's able to stand up on 2 feet. Coach Hall making his concerns known to the official. And that's 3 fouls apiece. Looks like we missed one earlier. Apologies there. Unsworth to Russell. Shot. Great save from 2. Alt making sure he can clear it and get the side out rather than the corner. Russell went to Unsworth, and Unsworth took a shot just wide of the net. 7 minutes to go here in this opening period. Corner is called instead. Russell will have some room to work with. Shot, oh, Ramajiku. Looked like it went off a deflection, but Ramajiku will get credited for that. And it's 2-2. Capital will take a timeout just before we get started with a tie game, 2 apiece here in Toledo. That last goal scorer for Futsal Factory, his full name, Yunez Ramajiku. Had a chance to chat with his father a couple weeks ago, and he just shook my hand and said, "Thank you for getting my son's name right." The phonetic way it looks and the pronunciation, definitely not common here in the United States. One of those long, confusing names. I didn't ask where his family's from or where their nationality is. Probably would have been a nice tidbit to know. Oh, some pulling and tussling around from Cole Russell. Goes without the call. Capital still gets the ball back. Here's Garcia. That was Bagley. Press defense. Ramajiku, who we just talked about. Up on defense. Here we go. One-on-one chance with the goalkeeper. And Aiden Bagley not able to take advantage. He takes that shot just wide. Substitutions in now for Futsal Factory. Abdisa Cabito to come in. Unsworth down the way. Header from Russell. Goes to the moon. Naya 2 with the finger tape. And that is another foul on Capital. Taking too long. Obviously, the ball is going to travel quite a distance away, so you got to be quick when you're chasing after it. Referee's getting our players settled. Naya 2 giving some direction. At the top of the goalie box. Boy, Russell, shot, score. 3-2 in favor of Futsal Factory. They'll get some congrats from the captain. And Futsal Factory in the lead as they imagined they would be. Schwartz will get the ball back. Good defense. Here's Martinez, gets it poked away. Loy out to Russell, wants Cabito, doesn't need him. He takes a shot himself and scores. Doubling the lead. Two for Cole Russell today, 20 seconds apart. Cole Russell, that is his 4th goal of the season. Came into this game with 2 for himself and has now matched his season total. Shot directly into the arm of his teammate, Andrew Schwartz. Russell saw a hat trick and he decided to take the shot no matter who was in his way, hoping that the brick wall would fall down. Too bad Schwartz plays on the same team as him. Some miscommunication. Sammy Omar not able to receive that pass. Abdisa Cabito gets past the double team. Boy, down the way. Cabito one-on-one with the keeper. And Naya 2 will send it to the other side of the court. Underhand pass to Cabito. Beautifully placed. Cabito not able to beat the double team this time. Here's Charles Hall down the way. One-on-one shot. Oh, just wide. Eric Carey missed that one. Cameron finally gets after it. We'll roll it to Schwartz. Deflected by Carey. Sammy Omar could have had a chance at it. Instead, it's kicked out and away. Capital started this game leading 2-0, 7 minutes in. Futsal Factory has scored 7 straight. Not anymore! Cody Bogart coming back from a knee injury. One of the vocal leaders on his team finally making his presence known on the court. 2 goals for him. Still keeping this one close. Capital not going away just yet. Gave up 4 straight. Bogart with the 2nd goal of the night and of the season. Cabito, spin move, and now a foul by Sammy Omar. 5th foul. Capital's got to be careful now. White will be the one to put it back into play. And one more foul leads to a penalty shot for Futsal Factory Academy. David Maglais gets that ball taken from him. Eric Carey, another vocal leader for the Capital boys. Ball poked away. Fourth foul for Futsal Factory. Physical, chippy game so far. Final third, Sammy Omar dribbles it out. Skip pass. David Magalhães wanted the cheeky touch, not able to get it. Magalhães, the pivot from Lisbon, Portugal, attended school at Sprain Arbor University. Part of the January King of the Court. The Kings of the Court, I should say, in the Midwest Division, along with Francis Damron and David Riley. A very star-studded affair. Magalhães. Miscommunication. White will find himself open on the near side. Pass down the way. Cabito sends it almost into the supporters' benches on the second floor. Two rolls it in. That's Bogart. Cabito not a fan of that call. Cody Bogart, this is his first on-court action in 3 months. One of 3 leaders on this team. Sammy Omar wanted that header, not able to connect. Bogart, Ethan Ryder, as well as Eric Carey. Those are the 3 guys that you'll hear communicating on the court with the majority of their team. I shouldn't say the majority, with the entirety of their team. Paiva out to Magalhães. We'll go back to Unsworth. Kick down the way. Ramos and Talamak trying to keep it in bounds. Does not do so. Magalhães to Unsworth. Pass out to Damron. They'll send it wide. Here's Damron with a shot, just wide of the net. Still searching for it, yet to score a goal, I believe, this season. I should double check that. I do think I remember Damron scoring at least one. Definitely has 2 assists to his name. Part of the January Kings of the Court, like I mentioned. Ball stolen away. Riley. Here's Ryder. Good, patient offense. This time pass, looking for Ethan Ryder on the inside. Paiva. Good eye deflection. Instead, he gets poked away. Telemak. Out to Ryder. Telemak wanting a chance at it. Francis Damron beats him to it. Ball still in play. Here's 2. Ryder will get the ball back. This is Riley. That ball stolen. Ramos. Paiva. Unsworth. All capable of creating goal-scoring opportunities. Unsworth takes a shot on goal, saved by 2. That's his 10th save today. Mistouched pass will give the ball right back to Futsal Factory. Up 4-3. Very entertaining first half, 2:30 to go. Into the chest of Paiva. Ball sent back to Magalhães. He wants a shot. Here's Paiva, the Brazilian. Gets it to Unsworth. Good communication. Here's Magalhães down the court. 2 saves that one. Jump towards the ball way out of the net. It paid off. Shot deflected. And it looks like we had an issue with the goalkeeper's net being out of line. Side in, Unsworth. Magalai shot, scored! 5-3. David Magalhães. And this entire match, he's had missed touch after missed touch, finally making the other team pay for it. Francis Dameron did score a goal. I was able to confirm that finally. 5-3, less than 2 to go in this first period. Here's Magalhães once again. Solid defense by Jarrett Jill. We'll go back to Unsworth. Ball deflected. Futsal Factory patient. Jill deflects it. This is Bagley. Tough physical play. And a foul called against Futsal Factory. 5 on each side. Now both teams got to be careful. Both teams at 5 fouls. Referee's making sure everyone is aware. Ryder into the arms of Francis Dameron. More chippy play, no call. Martinez trying to get past Magalhães. Great press defense from Futsal Factory. Ramos. Holding tight. This is Magalhães. Up into the air. Headed away by 2. Bagley will get the ball back after the great pass. Good defense from Paiva. Once again from Paiva. Sliding and gliding, making sure the ball travels out of bounds. Unsworth pokes it away. A lot of shoulder play on both sides. Unsworth complaining, as well as Ryder. Gotta love it. This is Midwest Futsal at its best. And 2 didn't necessarily need to send it out, but he will. Plays it on the safe side, allows his defense to get back into play. Magalhães. Go out, top of the key. Magalhães, great chip. And almost got it in, except he sent it with the same amount of power that a rocket uses to blast off. 41 seconds to play. 5 fouls each. Dangerous territory for both sides. Deflection gets the ball to Bagley. Here's Garcia. Ramajiku pokes it away. Ramos, one more touch, could have kept it in. Martinez. Bagley. Garcia, great press defense from Futsal Factory. Making Garcia think. Bagley back to the keeper. Ryder down the way. Ball stolen by Russell. A lot of touches on it, gets pushed down. No call. Boy. And a shoulder from Lincoln Martinez. Here's a shot. Oh, just wide. And Futsal Factory try to catch everybody off guard, including myself. Still good defense from Capital Futsal. And just a couple seconds left on the clock. The away side not able to take advantage. 5-3 is the score in favor of Futsal Factory Academy. Capital Futsal started out 2-0, allowed 4 goals in a row. We've traded goals since then. We'll catch you at the halftime report. My name is Garrett Pog. Glad to have you in. We'll see you then. Halftime report from the University of Toledo Recreation Center. The last Youth Academy tournament for Futsal Factory. And the home team is up 5-3 at halftime. Capital Futsal giving them a tough battle going into this one. They started up 2-0, I should say. Cody Bogart scoring his first goal of his NFPL career, his first game of the season after being out the past 3 months with a knee injury. And finally, David Riley scoring his first goal of the season after having 6 assists prior to this. Not able to capitalize until now. Then Futsal Factory would score 4 more in a row. Philip Loit, Yunez Ramajiku, the 2 youngsters getting the party started, followed by Cole Russell scoring 2 goals just 20 seconds apart from each other. Capital then traded goals with Futsal Factory. Cody Bogart scored his second of the afternoon, followed by David Magalhães, the Portugal native, scoring to make it 5-3. It's been a very chippy game, but no cards have been handed out, just 5 fouls on each side. And Capital Futsal Naya 2, the starting keeper, has been having to work all evening. 11 saves for him. Robert Francis Damron, the best keeper in the Midwest, has 4 saves to his name on 7 shots on goal. Entertaining first half. We got about 6.5 minutes before we return to you with the second half. We'll see you then. Back for the second period, 5-3 the score in favor of Futsal Factory Academy. We saw the keepers for Capital Futsal warming up during halftime. It was a question of whether Nia 2 would go the whole way or if they would bring in Coleman Brandel. Coleman Brandel, the Flushing native, is going to play the second period. So 20 minutes to go, and the backup keeper will take some steps in. So we'll see if Nia 2 will suit up at any point during the second half. But with 11 saves to his name, you got to wonder, is it worth bringing in the backup keeper? I don't know. We'll see. Ramos to Russell. Poked away by Telemak. A lot of enthusiasm, a lot of support for Capital in their locker room. Our announcer's booth is seated just outside of their locker room, actually, so we're able to hear a little bit of the halftime conversation. A lot of enthusiasm with how their performance has been so far. I'm trying to keep their team on the same page. So Jarrett Gill, Riley will go back. Mr. Gill. Here's Telemak. Down the way, into the arms of Damron. Here's Renan Paiva. Ball goes back to Russell then. Here's Unsworth. Patient Futsal Factory offense. Capital keen to just sit back in their defensive formation. Ball still in play. Here's Unsworth. Poked away. Riley on the turnaround. One man to beat, not able to beat him. Cole Russell. Here we go. Oh, top hit! And Paiva was holding his left hip, asking for an injury timeout. He's not going to get it right now. Until he does. Oh, that was a tough hit to take. Miles Telemak with a slide tackle. It was all ball. No foul was called. None was necessary, but it was just a tough fall to take. And a good show of sportsmanship following the play. So Paiva will take a step off. Remember, he was recovering from a hamstring injury that kept him sidelined for the first half of the season. Made his season debut a couple weeks ago against Midwest FC. I had mentioned that we were going to have some news for them, about them at halftime. Midwest FC has made the decision to withdraw from all following competitions in the National Futsal Premier League. They're going to take a 4-0 forfeit for the remainder of their scheduled matches. And so the last match they had against, and a foul called against Capital Futsal. But the last time that we watched Midwest FC play Inter Detroit, that is the last time we will see them in 2026. Which, and it's a sad showing because of the international talent that was displayed on that team, but you know, lack of organization as well as some other things that were not in their favor have led them to decide, you know what, we're going to pull our guys and not play the remainder of the season. So only 3 teams remaining in the Midwest conversation. The 2 you're watching right now, as well as Inter Detroit. Can update that foul count for you here in a moment. Ball stolen away. Ethan Ryder not able to keep up with it. And down the way. Ryder out. Ball poked away. David Riley tried to retain it for himself, not able to do so. Good to see Paiva on 2 feet. Checked back in rather quickly after taking that hard fall from Miles Telemak on the slide tackle. Shot scored! Cole Russell, hat trick! Just a few minutes into this one, and the party has started in the second half. for the man who resides in Sprain Arbor, Michigan. Sprain Arbor U graduate. Eric Carey out to Hall. Aiden Bagley, who's playing in his first game this season. Garcia. Russell pokes it out. Hall, try to chip it in. Straight into the arms of Francis Damron. Looks like there's a little bit of miscommunication. That's why the short pass is made. Ramos. We'll go back to Paiva. You'll notice Francis Damron likes to get it to the other side of the court as quick as possible. Unsworth. Paiva. Good misdirection there. Poor execution. Hall. That was Carey. Bagley thought Garcia was behind him. Miscommunication on both sides so far to start this second period. Less than 3 minutes in. Glad to have you in on the National Futsal Premier League YouTube channel, the home of all things futsal. Russell. Francis Damron on the top left side of your screen. Russell wants a shot. He gets it to go. He did it himself. Cole Russell, 4 for him. 6th goal of the season. Less than a minute apart. And it's 7-3. Charles Holt kicking the ball out of frustration. Nowhere towards the net. David Magalhães will check in. Russell takes a seat. Francis Damron. Get pass into the chest of Magalhães. Out to Lloyd. Pass poked away by Larry Garcia. Yunej Ramajiku will go back to fellow young man, Philip Lloyd. Magalhães. Good communication. Halt on the deflection. We'll take a step back. That's Eric Carey. Ramajiku will let it roll. And Francis Damron will be left to chase after it. An enjoyable first half. It started to look like what Futsal Factory Academy has been doing all season long, which is dominate. Philip Lloyd straight into the chest of Eric Carey. Still in the third half. And David Magalhães trying to do a little too much. Let's see what he's got up his sleeve here. Ball poked away by Aiden Bagley. One of many Capital Futsal players making their season debut, as well as Miles Telemac and Larry Garcia. Halt. Ball stolen by Schwartz. Shot too wide. And at what point do you say, hey, Coleman, we appreciate your efforts, but we might need to get Naya 2 back in this matchup. 2 shots on goal, and Brandau's let them both go in. Schwartz through the legs of Bagley. And Ramajiku not able to take advantage. Garcia, ball stolen by Magalhães. Try to get it past Carey. Will roll into the arms of Coleman Brandau. Brando, excuse me. Magalhães shot too high. Pass down the way. It touched the ropes that are hanging at the top of the court, outside of your screen. Looks like some trapeze materials. I don't know what that's for. Some American Ninja Warrior stuff. If there wasn't such good action on the court, we'd pan up to it. Magalhães fakes a shot. Out to Schwartz. Magalhães wants it once again. Ooh, just wide. Almost had his second goal this evening. David Magalhães, 9 goals, 4 assists for him this season. The native from Lisbon, Portugal, a graduate of Spring Arbor University. Part of the January Kings of the Court. February lists are coming out shortly. A lot of great action during the month of February. And the race for the playoffs is starting to heat up. We'll talk more about that as this match progresses. But in short, 2 teams are dominating their division, and the California division still has a lot to happen. There's still a lot to happen, I should say. Holt receives that pass. Right, this is Bogart. Almost stolen away by Schwartz. Franzis Damron. Headed away by Schwartz. Omar. Martinez. Now that's Holt. Ball stolen after the mistouch. Ball sent out of bounds by Andrew Schwartz. Martinez sends it to Holt. Brendo wanted to join the offense. Looks like he's not going to have that chance. Ramajiku gets it out to Schwartz in the front court. Ramajiku, 1 man to beat. Oh, had a running man, and David Magalhães is not able to take advantage. Pass to Brendo. Holt not able to keep it in bounds. Boy. Omar tried to chase after it. It goes out of bounds. A little over 5 minutes into this second period. 7-3 the score in favor of Futsal Factory Academy. Franzis Damron will join the offense. Only 2 goals scored in this second period, both by Cole Russell. Has had an excellent game so far. Drew Ducker has openly admitted he's focusing all of his attention towards the playoffs now at this point. He knows that he has, oh, great save from Brendo. Another one. Telemark trying to get it out of there. Ramos almost had it. And now on the fast break. Omar. Oh, a tough shoulder bump. And a yellow card assist to Graham Unsworth. Rightfully so. You saw that right arm get checked straight into the back of Sammy Omar. One foul each. Ramos. Unsworth wants the shot, deflected. Unsworth. Pass to David Magalhães, not able to hold on to it. So like I mentioned before all that chaos happened just a moment ago, Dux is focusing a lot of his attention towards the playoffs. He has his core 8 that he has in mind too. He wants to start the divisional final as well as the championship weekend if he were able to make it. But there's 11 guys fighting for the remaining 6 spots. Remember, you can have 14 on a roster in each game. So there's a lot of competition between those second and third lines. David Magalhães gets Brandau off his feet. Omar steals it away. Ryder, Omar, one-on-one. He goes ups for the pass instead. And Unsworth deflects it away. Looked like Futsal Factory was scared they might have accidentally put it into their own net. Here's Ryder out to Brendo. Wants a shot himself, deflected by Unsworth. Open net, shot, and saved by Brendo. Sliding to prevent that one to enter the net. Playoffs will be determined by the 3 division final winners, followed by the team with the most points. So as of right now, if things were to stand the way that they are, I do believe it would be, looked like that Sammy Omar was gonna have a chance at a fast break one-on-one, not quite. But if things were to stand the way they are, Futsal Factory would be the sole leader in the Midwest Division, as well as Brusa, both teams undefeated. HBK leading the way in the California Division. And the team with the most points, I believe, is New Mexico Flagship. So 2 teams from the Southwest traveling out to Michigan for the finals. No matter the result, Futsal Factory Academy will be hosting the finals in the Ann Arbor area. Location to be determined the weekend of April 25th, 26th. Riley out. Jarrett Jill looking for Telemark. He scored on that net that's outside of your view, I believe, right where the scoreboard is. And if you remember last year's finals, Brusa and Futsal Factory, probably one of the best futsal matches of all time here in the United States. Just an absolute classic. And the ball traveled out of bounds. Brendo wanted to take advantage, not able to do so. In the final third, Russell pokes it away. Ramos not able to keep it alive. Ethan Ryder wants Jill. Almost had him. Great poke from Philip Lloyd. Shot from Cole Russell. Oh, just too wide. He wanted a 5-piece chicken wing. All right, so rechecking the standings. New Mexico Flagship does have 9 points, but also with 9 points is Inter Detroit. So if they were to make it to the Midwest or Michigan division final, lose to Futsal Factory, they would still have that opportunity. The only wrinkle in all of this is Francis Damron catches that pass from the other team. The only wrinkle in all of this is that if the game were to go to extra time or a shootout, and the ball is stuck up in the rafters, so they'll roll another one in. If any divisional final were to go into extra time or a shootout, the losing team would be given an extra point. So that is the only, and that foul is going to be assessed to Aiden Bagley. .11 on the clock. Paiva. Boy, after all that chaos, ball back into play. Russell sends it out. Schwartz. Ball poked away. Bagley fell over trying to get that steal. Russell wants his 5-piece. Too high. Searching for it. Searching for it. Up 7-3 so far, nearly halfway through the second period. I believe this would be the lowest total output for Futsal Factory all season if the game were to stay the way it is. Garcia wanted his first goal of his career, not able to capitalize. No pun intended. Robert Franzis Damron, no saves for him in the second period at 4 in the first. He'll toss that one to Philip Loy, not able to keep it in bounds. Brando, the entire team is on the other side of the court. Larry Garcia comes back to chase after that pass. Back to Holt. Half-court press defense from Futsal Factory. Paiva trending closer. This is Eric Carey. Slipped. And it looks like a foul's going to be called. It looks like there's a wet spot on the court. Didn't look like Philip Lloyd put a lot of pressure on. So 2 fouls apiece. Paiva gets a deflection. Schwartz, good poke from Larry Garcia. Excellent defense in his debut match. Halt, down the way, pass, oh, he got it! Aiden Bagley! In his debut match, 4 goals for the away side. First for Aiden Bagley, the Johnson and Wales graduate. Also plays for Red Cedar FC, the indoor soccer team. Foul called on Halt. And a quick score on the other side. Renan Paiva. Shouting out his fans up in the stands. And no reaction from Futsal Factory because they know this is what they do. They score. Averaging 15, just above 15 goals a game. And so the excitement for Capital Futsal is short-lived. Deficit back down to 4, 10 minutes to go. Ball travels out of bounds. Lines are hard to see. Paiva. Here we go, Sammy Omar. And the arms were flailing a lot of different directions. Paiva just kind of used just enough force and he's going to get called for it. Not the call I was expecting, if I'm being honest. 3 fouls apiece. Sammy Omar will go out. Halt, scored! Charles Halt, the coach, the captain, the scorer on that one. Second goal for him this season. Three goals in about 15 seconds. Referee taking issue with some of these substitutions going on for the home team. Ball deflected by Telemak. Andrew Schwartz sends it out. Substitutions coming in. Ramos, Ramajiku, as well as Magalai is getting ready to check in. Magalai will take a moment to check in instead. Deflection. Ramos wants a shot, just wide. Good defense from Lincoln Martinez to stay back. Martinez scored 2 goals. The last time these two teams played is yet to score today. The 2 goals have been scored by Cody Bogart and one by Aiden Bagley. All three of those goals by someone who has not played in the NFPO before. Worth noting. David Riley finally scored his first tonight, as well as Charles Halt just 30 seconds ago. Shot saved by Brando. 4th save for him this evening. Has only played the second period. Naya, too, put up a star-studded performance in the first 20 minutes of this match. 11 saves for him. Russell. This is Ramajiku. Out to Unsworth. Telegraphed very well, but stolen away. Sammy Omar. There was some miscommunication on the fast break attempt. Ball travels out of bounds. Lincoln Martinez and Sammy Omar got to get on the same page. A lot of youthful energy with this Capital Futsal team, a lot of young players. Most of them based from the greater Lansing area. Unsworth out to Ramajiku. Francis Damron on the bottom of your screen. Capital Futsal. Fine, staying back in their own third. Shot deflected by Martinez. Pass intended for Magalhães. Goes over his head. Sammy Omar. Pass. Shot. Into the net. Oh, just over the head of Damron. Unbelievable. Cody Bogart with the hat trick. And tightening the gap just a little more. Down 2. Little over 8 minutes to go. Cody Bogart, coming back from a knee injury, was out for 3 months and now has scored 3 goals in this contest. Capital Futsal trying to eye a date once more with Futsal Factory in the divisional final a little over a month from today. Divisional final weekend will be April 11th and the 12th. 3 star-studded matches to take place over that time. Shot. Oh, great save, Brando. 5th save for him this evening. He has more saves in 13 minutes than Francis Damron has all night. I think that speaks to the lack of attempts that Capital Futsal has had on goal, but they've scored 6. So 10 total shots on goal. More goals scored than saves. That's not, you don't see that too often for Francis Damron. Ball travels out of bounds in favor of Futsal Factory. Riley. Shot down the way. Eric Carey takes the deflection. Francis Damron. He will roll it to Magalhães. Pass down away, Ramajiku. And Brandel picks it up. Eric Carey trying to get this offense started. Riley. Out wide, this is Jarrett Gill. Ball sent out. Towards the timekeeper. Gill. We'll go back to the coach and captain, Charles Hall. Eric Carey headed away. Ramajiku keeping it in bounds, not quite. .6:51 left to go. Shot from Carey, too high. Goes into the second level. Magalhães. Down the way, Ramos. Tough defense from Hall, able to get it out to Ramajiku. Oh, and Ramos took a tough spill, holding his right shin. 4 fouls for Futsal Factory, as was acknowledged towards the bench. Ramos goes back, able to still play, thank goodness. Philip Lloyd down the way. And Ramos wanted that back heel kick he's become known for. And Ducks will pull his team in for the final 6.5 minutes. Try to get his team under control. We'll be back on the other side of this. Lots of Academy kids sticking around for the University of Toledo, the Chocolate Milk Futsal Cup that Futsal Factory Academy is hosting this weekend. It's created a lively atmosphere for the home side in the last of their Youth Academy Cup competitions. Their tour, you could call it, of traveling all around Michigan and now Ohio, allowing them to have multiple home sites while still having that hometown feel. Boy, fakes it, Magalhães, shot, not able to complete it. Was Guy Ramos. Brando down the way, headed into the arms of Francis Damron. First save for him in the second half. Great, tough defense. Here we go, halt, another save for Francis Damron. Mixed up the foul count there, I apologize. Futsal Factory with 4, Capital with 2. Pass to Riley. Headed up by multiple players. Capital will get it back. Alt will go to Carey. David Riley, ball poked away, Magalhães. I believe that's the 5th foul for Futsal Factory. Shot, deflected, Magalhães. He gets it off the leg of Jared Jill. Damron chases after it, less than 6 to go. Boy, down the way. Schwartz, poked. Renan Paiva, great passing, able to get almost through the legs of Coleman Brando before he saves it. Abdisa Cabito, shot from Eric Carey, not able to be completed. Six saves for Coleman Brando and 6 for Francis Damron. Naya, too, still leads the team in saves. Still leads the game in saves, I should say, with 11. A lot of great defensive work done in that first period. Paiva allowed it to go through his legs, straight into the arms of Brando. He'll send it to the other side. Bagley trying to get his second goal. Double team work successfully. Telemak out wide. He'll receive the pass back, and that is out of bounds. These teams are still getting confused on which lines are inbounds and out of bounds. These yellow lines are tough to see if you're not paying attention. Cole Russell. Down the way, this is Schwartz. Hasn't had a lot of playing time today. He's knocked over. He's holding his, looks like his left shin before he's able to get back up and hobble it off. Still in a lot of pain. The ball is traveling down the other way. Schwartz is going to try to play through it for the moment. Here's Larry Garcia with the ball. And Ethan Ryder lets it go out of bounds. Russell. Schwartz deflected off the legs of Garcia. Garcia's been a tough defender all game long. For his first NFPL match, pretty impressive stuff. Graduate from Rhode Island, the University of Rhode Island, I should say. Cabito. Ball deflected off Telemach's leg. Schwartz will go after it. Russell weighing his options. Paiva in the final third. Shot almost in, but great save from Coleman Brando. A little over 4 minutes to go in the second period. Adisa Cabito looking for a shot himself, bumped from behind. A foul is going to be called on Capital. Rightfully so, that shoulder check went straight into the back of Adisa Cabito, a defenseless player. And 5 fouls on Capital. Brando shouting orders. Russell to take the shot. He'll take the pass instead. Shot just wide. Not happy with himself. He wants the 5-piece. .4:11 to go. Substitutions for Capital. This is Charles Hall, or it was, I should say. They'll get the ball back. Martinez down the way. And Francis Damron will let that roll out of bounds. Francis Damron rolls that to Schwartz. Ball kicked up into the air. Doesn't touch anything upstairs miraculously. Shot straight into the chest of Coleman Brando. Ball dribbles out of bounds in favor of Capital. 8 saves for Brando. Great work from him. Alt down the way. Too high for anybody. Ball goes back to Futsal Factory. Trying to protect their undefeated record. They would move to 7-0 if the result stood. Capital Futsal would fall to 2-4. Divisional finals taking place April 12th and 13th. And the championship weekend will be April 25th and 26th, hosted in the Ann Arbor area here in Michigan. I shouldn't say here in Michigan, we're in Ohio currently. Renan Paiva, a lot of fancy footwork, able to win that ball back. And a timeout will be taken by Capital Futsal. 3.5 minutes to go, down by 2. Can they come back and make this one interesting? Let's see on the other side of this. Ball back into play. Charles Holt out to Brendo. Futsal Factory Academy players arguing that Futsal Factory players were arguing that it was a double touch from the Capital goalie. Referees aren't going to listen to it for a moment. Magalhaes sends it down the way. Unsworth, shot, great save. Coleman Brando once again. Physical style of play, 3 fouls for Futsal Factory, 5 for Capital Futsal. Only 1 yellow card handed out to Graham Unsworth. Pass into the chest of Garcia. Eric Carey, not able to get past the defense of Futsal Factory. Great transition defense. Charles Holt, mistouched pass, will go out of bounds. Russell. Ramos. Magalhaes. Pass down the way. Holt to Ryder. Back to Holt. Oh, good deflection. Magalhaes. One-on-one. Cole Russell. And Coleman Brandau says no, sir. Pace of play is quick. 2.5 minutes to go. Magalhaes wants a shot at the net. He almost gets it. Brandau picks up the ball. He'll roll it to Carey. Looking for anybody in front of him. Telemaque goes back to Holt. Garcia in the front court. Brandau is all the way towards the net. This is shocking. Telemaque wants the shot, too high. Brandau will jog towards the net again. Interesting rotations from Capital. Could have found themselves in a sticky situation if Futsal Factory stole the ball away. A little over 2 minutes to go. Unsworth tried to get that ball back. It's stolen by Holt. Carry to Garcia. Double teamed. Ball poked away. And a loud curse word yelled by Larry Garcia. Don't worry, you have played very well, young man. No worries there. 1:48 to go. Pass to Unsworth. Deflected off of Telemaque's legs. That was intended by Unsworth. Gives their team a chance to catch their breath, and some substitutions come in for Capital. Aiden Bagley is checked in. Ducks shouting orders. Magalhaes. Pass into the chest of Bagley. And they're going to say that that's a handball. It touched the upper chest shoulder area, and they're going to say it touched his arm. And it's going to lead to a penalty shot for Futsal Factory. That's more than 5 fouls. I mean, about as questionable of a call as you could get. And David Magalhaes will be the one to take the shot. See what he's got. Magalhaes, shot, that's in. Rain around the rosy towards the back of the net, and it's 9 goals for Futsal Factory Academy. Shot down the way from Damron, not able to connect. Brandau is out of his net. And I don't know, you tell us in the comments, did that look like shoulder? Did that look like arm? What did you see there? David Rowley goes back to Holt. Deflected by Loy. Unsworth. Pass off the, shot sent into Charles Halt's head. Magalhães. Ramos. Not able to connect directly in front of the net. 1:11 to go. Brando down the way. Shot, ooh, just wide. Jarrett Jill wanted to put one in. Worth noting, 6 tries on goal for Capital Futsal. Sorry, 12 tries on goal. 6 goals have been scored and 6 saves for Francis Damron. Not his best night. Jarrett Jill wanted that shot. Went through the legs of Damron, but not into the net. Looks like a foul was taken. Foul was called on Futsal Factory. I'm not sure what for. I hate to be honest with you. Drop kick down the way, 2 wide. Pass down the way, or sorry, shot down the way, not able to connect with Francis Damron. Beautifully looked pass, stolen away. Here's Jarrett Jill. Less than a minute to go. Oh, beautiful pass. Martinez, shot, great save from Damron. 7 saves for him. More saves and goals allowed. Good for him. Brando. Not sure what his shot, oh, what he's looking for there. He wanted a shot on goal. Goes off the post. About to say, not sure what he wants there. No, he knows what he wants. Was not able to connect that time around. 34 seconds to go. Magalhães. Too far for Unsworth. Little over 30 now. Wants a skip pass, goes off the chest of Bagley, and we're just tossing the ball back and forth now. As this time runs out, Futsal Factory will solidify their standings in the Midwest race. Sure, you could just say that they've clinched the division now at this point. I don't know what the math is, to be honest with you, so I can't say that officially. But 7-0, 21 points. I mean, not a whole lot more that teams in second place can do. Shot over the head of Damron. Capital Futsal will fall to 2-4 on the season. And those matches between them and Inter Detroit are going to matter all the more. "15 seconds. Typical team would try to dribble this one out. I think Futsal Factory wants the goal differential, though. Only winning by 3. Not too happy with it. Ball travels out of bounds, 2.5 to go. Magalhães wants a shot on goal, deflected, and that's the end of it. 9-6, the final score. Futsal Factory on top against Capital Futsal, the lowest scoring output for Futsal Factory this season, and actually, I don't think that's the most goals they've allowed in the game. They allowed more to Inter Detroit earlier in the season. We'll go through how the game transpired. Capital Futsal scored the first 2. Cody Bogart in his first match in the NFPL scored the opener, followed by David Riley just less than a minute after that to make it 2-0. Futsal Factory would score 4 more seconds later as we all go to bed. Phil Boyk and Yunej Ramajiku, the 2 youngsters, scoring in the opening for Futsal Factory to tie the game. Cole Russell would follow up with 2 more after that. Cody Bogart would score his second of the game less than a minute later, followed by David Magalhães just before halftime. Made the score 5-3 going into the half. Cole Russell would put 2 more away in quick succession, with 4 total for him in that game. Aiden Bagley would score, followed by Renan Paiva, followed by Charles Halt, all within less than 20 seconds. Cody Bogart would score to give them their 6th goal of the match, and David Magalhães, with just a minute and a half to go, would make the score 9-6. Standout performances include Naya 2, the starting keeper for Capital Futsal with 11 saves for him. Played the opening 20 minutes. Coleman Brandow, can't take anything away from him though. He saved 9 shots on goal. Francie Stamra, not his best day in between the pipes, allowed 6 shots to go in the net while saving 7. Graham Unsworth accumulated a yellow card during the chippy play, and a penalty shot was allowed. That's how David Magalhaes scored that last goal to end the match. That's going to be all for us. On behalf of our cameraman, Noah Lewis, myself, my name is Garrett Pogg. Great to have you in for the National Futsal Premier League. We'll see you next time for more futsal.